Hey everybody, Alec Hansen, video 60. Really excited today to bring you an interview with an incredible human being doing incredible human being stuff, my man, Brian Covey. Hey everybody, Alec Hansen back again with another interview. I know you're sick and tired of listening to me, so I got the chance now to actually bring on someone you want to hear who's doing amazing things in this business. This is my buddy, Brian Covey. Brian, say hi to everybody.
What's up?
So, Brian's another guy in the South. I can't stay away from the South. Those are my people, so it's wonderful. And I have been excited to talk to you because there's so many questions that I think you're really positioned well to answer. And so really quick, before I dive into some questions that I know everyone wants to hear about and kind of dig into, give everybody a quick overview of why you're in this crazy industry, what's your world look like. Give everybody a little 2 seconds.
Yeah, so almost 18 years in the business, and I'll tell you, it's never been a dull moment or a dull year, it always changes. I love the fast pace, the competitiveness. Growing up as a soccer player, playing competitively, I found myself loving finance and economics, had friends that were buying homes, realtor friends that I went to church with and I knew, and I just fell into the mortgage business. There was no real intention of it. And then next thing you know, you look up and you're like, man, this is actually fun. It's competitive, it's fast paced, it's ever changing. And then you have friends that are buying homes that you can actually help. And that's really why I fell in love with the business to begin with, was when my friends are buying homes and I could actually help them. I was purchasing my first home, and from there, 18 years later, still learning my way through and trying to adapt every day to get better.
Now, what's your team like these days? Describe your team and what you're over.
Yep. So our team covers multiple states, all the way from Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Virginia, DC, Maryland. Very diverse markets. We're up to almost 90 originators.
Yeah.
We're going to break 800 million this year. Next year, we want to do 1.5, 1.6 billion. And we are growing fast. We have a lot of geography and a lot more to cover. But that's the team I serve, and a lot of great leaders, young leaders that have been in business longer than I have. And so it provides the diversity for myself and our team to continue to win.
Now, one of the reasons I wanted to get you in here to talk to everybody is because I'm doing this crazy, stupid 100 videos in 100 days thing, which is
love it.
Don't do that. But you are actually organically and continue to organically post a ton of content, a ton of videos, a ton of material out there. And so I wanted to kind of first ask you, why are you doing that? And what's the reason that you're doing that? And what are the results you're experiencing? And first unpack that question for everybody.
Yeah. So why? I realized for myself, I didn't really have an online brand. And so a couple of years ago, I realized as I was going on to LinkedIn and I was trying to build connections, doing the old, hey, I need connections because I want to recruit and attract people. I didn't have but maybe 5,000 connections. Well, I thought that was great until I realized there was a whole lot more to LinkedIn and the platform.
There's a couple more originators than that in the world.
Huge. And I realized I don't know enough people to grow. And if I want to just be this small team and a small group, great. I can do well at 5,000. But if I want to grow something really big and special, especially across the geography, I've got to grow my presence. So I got very intentional on LinkedIn. And the reason why was I believe I can connect up with more people through LinkedIn and social media than I can ever getting on a plane, flying out there, driving around even Nashville, Tennessee with over thousands of originators. How am I possibly going to connect with them and stay relevant? And I saw the shift online with platforms like Instagram and Facebook that you just started to see people building relationships. And I actually realized people from high school and college that I could follow along with their journey and their story. And even though I haven't seen them in 5 years, 10 years, I felt connected to them.
Yep.
So why wouldn't that work in business? And that's where I started my journey.
This is what I love, and this is where I want to take it a step deeper, because not only are you creating content and you're on a bunch of podcasts and you're really pushing out your leadership style, which I know lets people immediately connect to you and feel, this what would be like to be around Brian more and all that fun stuff. But here's what I want to compliment you on and then ask for some of your insight on. So for those of you that follow Brian already and are checking out what he does, this guy is the most intentional commentator to people who post content online. I mean, Brian, you have the most thoughtful, insightful comments that you deliver to people and that you engage with. And I'm always blown away, right? Like I tease myself because I'm like, thumbs up, dude. Because someone gives me like a nice compliment. I'm like, yeah. And then you're like writing like a 3-page, like, I really took this from your comment and well said. And I'm learning this. And first of all, how do you find the time to be so engaging to other people? And then what are you experiencing because of that engagement? Why are you in that space? It's hard.
It is hard. And finding the time is probably tough for all of us, honestly. I mean, I'm in the airport yesterday and I'm finding myself sitting in between planes and a layover, and I'm jumping on content and I'm following certain people so I can engage with them. And I almost treat it, honestly, Alec, like a game.
Okay.
Can I engage with them enough to where we're going to build a real meaningful relationship? Because for me, a thumbs up or a yes or all of those, I realized the one word comments, when I received them, they didn't feel as good as if somebody actually took time and said, hey, Brian, here's what I took out of that. Here were some insights. And I had a coach that worked with me a couple years ago and really started asking me questions like, hey, what are you taking away from this? What are your insights on this? And it got me to think. And if I'm going to be a thought leader and lead by example for my team, I had to live and do what I'm asking my team to do, which was I gamified it. It's a game for me. I love getting on there and just find, what am I getting from this? Am I learning from this person? And if I am and taking something of value, my gift back to them is my insights.
Now, I love this. Absolutely tremendous gift, right? Like, talk about spending your time to give other people something. That the reciprocation, the cycle that you are generating is amazing. When did you get on social media?
So Facebook a few years ago. It was actually after a trip to Guatemala on a mission trip that my wife said, hey, you have people that are commenting and I'm not really sure about this. And you got all these friends, like, we need a separate account. So you need to get on Facebook. So
You had a joint account. Yes.
Joint account.
Excellent.
So that tells you anything. 3 years ago. That's where I was.
But I like that because that shows you how quickly and how dramatically you've leaned into this space to become somebody who is an encourager, a thought leader, an inspirational guy in a very little limited period of time.
Yeah, very short amount of time. So I started engaging more. Obviously, LinkedIn for our industry, whether you're a loan officer, you're a realtor, you're a branch manager, you're in the title business, attorney, all of this, LinkedIn has really organically changed and grown a bit. Yeah. So I started leaning in there. My 5,000 connections went to somewhere over 30,000. I still think I have a lot of room to grow, but I started to intentionally engage with people and find people that I thought. And what happens is when you connect with people that you're thinking like them, the next thing you know, their audience can become your audience in a way you start to share, and it's exponential growth from there.
Yeah, see, I really want everyone to hear this, so I'm going to repeat it because it was such a well thought said comment, and I believe this is actually the hard work of social media. The hard work of social media is not hitting the record button and talking about what you love and why you do what you do and having a makeup artist and a professional. Like, that's not the hard work. The hard work is the engagement with humans. The intentionality to tell somebody you care about them, that you're thinking about them, that you liked what they said, that you learned something. And Brian, you're just like the best example of this. So I wanted to interview you in this style, whatever this is, because I want people to take that away. I want them to go and realize, like, that's the real work. That's where relationships are built. It's not built in hitting the record button and saying how great your company is.
Yeah.
So think about give people here as we wrap down here, a couple pieces of thought, like encouragement. What should they do if they're just trying to get involved? If there's a lot of people in our industry, and I know you lead a lot of them, who they're not digital natives. They haven't grown up with Instagram on their phone. They probably had a flip phone. I had a Nokia brick phone and life. So, I mean, what do you say to somebody who's like wanting to get in this space?
Yeah, so I think leading the way that I started into this, which was, you mentioned the comments. That is a very easy way, in my opinion, of you can edit your comments, you can delete your comments, you can do anything to your comments.
Yes.
They're not there forever if you want to change them. And so I found engaging by comments, I didn't have to press record.
Yeah.
Because I only started videos a little over a year ago myself.
Yeah.
And videos are tough. So if you're scared of video, engage with comments, because people value those comments. And to me, I treat it like that is a sales call for me in a way sometimes, in that I'm going to leave that gift and that comment encouraging someone. And what they're going to know about Brian is Brian took time out to encourage me. He was thoughtful about what he said there. And maybe that's someone I want to do business with. It might not be today, but it might be someone later, whether I'm recruiting or if I'm a loan officer today and I'm commenting on my favorite realtor's posts and I'm saying, hey, great job selling that home. Great job helping those buyers. Whatever your thought is there, I may not have done the mortgage for them.
Yeah.
But you know what? They're going to remember and see me. And if I do a good enough job, I can't be in their face enough without social media. So don't handicap yourself and think making face-to-face is the only way. This is a way for us to engage regularly. And it's just part of who we are. It's part of a sales culture that has evolved, in my opinion. It's the modern sales culture.
Love it, man. And you're clearly leading the modern sales, clearly leading people in the modern sales approach. So well done, dude. Thanks for spending this little bit of time with us. You guys definitely follow Brian. He's worth it, and especially because he'll give you great encouragement, make you feel good about your posts.